Welcome everyone to the DAZN Boxing Show. Some big breaking news. December the 23rd in Saudi, Anthony Joshua will take on Otto Wallin and Deontay Wilder will take on Joseph Parker.
What is going on?
Plus a great undercard as well. What do you make of all this? This is crazy.
I mean, unbelievable. As a fan of the sport, I'm buzzing.
Yeah.
I'm buzzing. You know, I want to see these fights.
There will be some though. There will be some, and I'm one of those some that will say, one second. So AJ's fighting December 23rd in Saudi. Deontay Wilder's fighting December 23rd in Saudi, but not against each other. There will be some that are saying that.
It's frustrating. It really is. When you think about that, but let's just in this division, let's just be happy they're fighting. You know,
Yeah.
and it's one step closer. I mean, now with the Saudi thing at the minute, it's changing the game. Look how quick this has happened.
Insane.
When would this ever happen before? This is we've been trying to get Wilder and Joshua in the same building for about 6 years.
Yeah, it's going to be strange even for there to be a press conference and see AJ and Wilder together.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them together ever.
Well, the press
Think about that.
conference will be about them two. It won't be like they'll have them all together. I think it'll just literally be them two. Like it's disrespectful to the opponents. And by the way, I think Josh has got a really hard fight, really hard fight. But we always want to see him and Wilder.
Are you surprised that AJ is doing this again? Southpaw, Otto Wallin coming off a good win against Murat Gassiev.
No.
He's surprised.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe AJ will fight anyone.
Okay.
I genuinely do. I think a lot of people think he swerves people. He'll fight anyone. He'll fight anyone. I mean, he's not scared of a challenge. I do think he's got the tougher test out of the two. Although Parker looked good last time out, I do feel Wilder will deal with Parker. AJ has the harder fight.
One round though in 2 years for Deontay Wilder. 38
Yeah,
now.
that's all he needs. That's all he needs.
That's a long distance. But I agree with that. I think you look at Joshua's record. You can't say that he's a guy who's really historically avoided people. He boxed the best he can box, except for two obvious names like Fury and Wilder, of course. But all the rest of them, he's gone up against them all. So
But chucking in Ngannou now and that as well.
But I would and I think that the Hellenius win, the way he got the performance wasn't fantastic, but the finish was fantastic. And I think the confidence we were saying he needs, that finish where he committed to an attack for the first time in a long time, might be all he needed to get him somewhere where he should
To
be.
almost unlock something. The biggest thing for me, the biggest takeaway for this for me is that AJ will have 3 fights in 8 months. I mean, you have to go back to 2014 for AJ to have fought 3 times in a year. It's normally unfortunately once every 14 months for AJ. Now, 3 times in 8 months, 3 training camps with Derek James, plus Ben Davison behind the scenes. It's good. This is good, right?
It's only a good thing.
Yeah.
It's only a good thing for Anthony Joshua for 2 reasons: his boxing and his bank account.
Yeah.
You know, for 2 reasons, and it's professional boxing. That's what it's all about. I feel Anthony Joshua to try and build that confidence. What Barry said there, the way he finished Helene is really impressive. What I'll say is, though that confidence of AJ isn't there, if you want to call it confidence, I in some ways think he's possibly a harder fighter to beat now, because he doesn't want to get hit, so he sticks to his advantages. He's got a long reach, he's got quick hands for a heavyweight, and he's kind of very disciplined now. He doesn't want to engage, and he picks his moment correctly against Helenius. Though some people, including myself at times, are a little frustrated because when he was in his early days, one of the most exciting heavyweights for a long time. But he's a very hard man to beat now.
AJ 2.0, isn't it?
Sorry, this feels like I had this conversation with Tony Bellew. I don't agree.
But don't you think when he's reckless and he's letting his hands go, there's more openings now? You can't find the openings.
See, I don't even think he was ever reckless. I think we have this idea of what. Sorry, I don't want to start a fight with you. But if we had this idea of Joshua being this wrecking ball, he was always structured behind his work. But every punch he throws has to be a positive movement to go forward. That's what made him good. He'd wait behind the jab to get purchased on the right hand. No, he's punching for a long time since Ruiz won. He's punching with that right hand. He's not committing with the jab. So that right hand's only touching the tag and not punching through the tag.
Yeah.
Against the finish against Helenius, he stepped in with that jab and he punched right through the target. He has that power for there. Him dancing around keeps him safe, but doesn't beat anybody at the highest level.
I don't think he's going to have to go looking for opponents which suits Anthony Joshua. Whereas before, I can see both sides of the argument, if I'm deadly honest, but I do feel, for me...
No, see my side.
Well, what I will say...
I get it, but you know, he's got so many advantages.
We'll
he's
see how it
using
plays
now.
out. Vladimir Klitschko sort of changed his style, and it helped him sort of later on in his career. What I will say about this Otto Wallin one, although it is a tough test, I mean, you don't get a better southpaw than Alexander Usyk. So I mean, in terms of preparation leading up to an Otto Wallin, he's not Usyk. So AJ should be confident going into this one, no?
He should be. It should be. But again, I still feel he could do what Darren's saying. He's right. He was better in the second Usyk fight, though he might have lost it by a wider margin, ironically. But so he can outbox Wallin, and we want to see that. But with every fight he has, we'll look at it with a view of him boxing Wilder, Usyk, or Fury. That's the three right now.
Or in Ghana. Or in Ghana, I've got to say. Or in Ghana, it's true.
Right, but either way, that's what it is. And boxing that way, he doesn't beat him. He has to be, for me, he has to be the aggressive fighter behind that good structure that he has. But it has to be with the thought of punching you right through the back of your head.
If AJ fights Wilder, how would you want AJ to approach that fight?
Right at him.
You think right at him, so first to land a shot, basically?
Well, not even, no, I always thought, I always fancied Joshua with Wilder because originally he keeps his shape and he punches like this, where Wilder throws. So there's a gap there, it's a risk. But you can go right down the middle. If you're moving back against Wilder with those long reach, you're on the end of that long shot, I can't see you recover. And by the way, once Wilder hits you with one,
you know the others are coming.
Everything's coming,
very quickly.
Everything's coming.
On that very quickly, Wilder Parker, I sort of predicted AJ could fight a Wallin type, right? I mean, those were the opponents lined up. It was Otto Wallin, it was Hrgovic, it was Caballero. He was going to fight one of those. I did not see Wilder Parker come from anywhere.
No.
Like, where did this fight just come from?
Because Parker had a really good performance in Saudi recently.
It was good, but I didn't think it was jump to Wilder good. I thought it was maybe go to a Bacoli good. That kind of level. I mean, he's gone straight there with the biggest puncher in the division.
Yeah, it's a hard ask. It really is. There's a financial incentive there.
That helps.
And also, but like all fighters, we all think you're going to win, and you always think it's a dreamer's sport.
And he's a former world champion. He wants to be there again.
It's a mad to think he's only 31.
Yeah, he's been around
It's
for a long
incredible.
time.
31 years old,
same
Parker.
age as me. But like, no, but it's a dreamer's sport. You have if you didn't dream beyond your capabilities, you never get there. So he thinks he's fed up with the money. He's thinking, if I beat Wilder now, that's it. I'm in the big mix. I'm boxing for the world title. Usyk, I get the Usyk fight. I get Fury, my campmate. But I get those big fights. Joshua will want to fight me because I'm a big money fight all of a sudden. So you always go into a fight thinking, but no, I'm good enough on my day. I can beat you. But I can't see it's a big hard ass.
Indeed. It's not bad breaking news, is it? I mean, there's breaking news and there's breaking news. Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder will fight in Saudi Arabia, December 23rd. We'll all be there for it as well. Great undercard as well. That's to be announced soon as well. Not a bad Christmas present for all boxing fans. December 23rd is going to be a Christmas cracker.